Can you back me on this?
Yeah.
George Gulas was the worst professional wrestler of all time.
I personally, and I've seen a lot of wrestling in my 63 years. I personally have never seen anybody worse and less over than George Gulas. That's just my own personal. And I knew that. And I knew that when I was 12. I knew when I was 12, he fucking sucked. So if I know, I can only imagine what you guys knew. And the infamous line was, if the wrestler was not putting George over, George in the ring would tell you, "Daddy says sell." Is that true? Daddy says sell.
That is true. I
Nick
had one match with George in Chattanooga.
Because you got to remember, George and Bobby Eaton were tag team champions. I've got a picture I'll send you later of George and Bobby Eaton.
Bobby hated that.
Poor Bobby.
Poor
Bobby.
But he was the team without that. The Jet Set. Remember that?
Oh, the Jet Set. Yeah, that's the picture I've got. The Jet Set.
It was embarrassing. But anyway, so finish your story.
As a matter of fact, I think the first time I ever saw George Gulas, he was in a match with Gorgeous George Jr. It was a tag match. And I, at 14 years of age, it was the first time I ever got to see a match live. I was 14. I watched it on TV forever with my grandpa. I'd watched the Sheik wrestling in Cincinnati, out in Eminence, Kentucky. You probably done shows in Eminence, I would bet.
I know where it is.
You know where it is. And so 14 is when I saw my first, and the very first time I ever went, I saw the Bounty Hunters versus the Interns. It was an infamous heel versus heel match. And the first night I was there was the Interns versus the Bounty Hunters in Cashbox Kent. So that was the first tag match I ever saw. Jerry Lawler was feuding with Gorgeous George Jr. And I think Bobby Eaton. And no, they weren't a tag team then. It was Pistol Pez Watley. Pistol Pez Watley he must have had heat because he had to be George's tag team partner. I knew that at 14. Well, he's got heat because he shouldn't have to do this. This is Pez Watley.